Hello and welcome to this video tutorial that will walk you through creating this replacing colors assignment in Photoshop. So this is a finished product of what your assignment will look like when you're finished. So let's go ahead and get started. Go to the Student Share folder. This is A1. We are in advanced class. And this is the 6th project, color replace colors. So this PowerPoint here, which I already have open, has all the steps by each slide if you want to follow along with that. We're going to go back to the Student Share folder, open up this JPEG of Million on red eyes. You can see here the little boy here has red eyes that you're going to take out in Photoshop, and a cup here with just solid red dots, and we're going to make it more of a multicolored. So we're going to open that in Photoshop. Okay. I'm going to start by hitting the Control-0 key to make it a little bit larger. I'm going to click on, hold down the spot healing brush tool and grab the red eye tool. So I'm just going to click my little crosshairs and his red eyes, and Photoshop will do all the work and take those out. Okay. So I'm going to click and hold and on the brush tool and grab the replace color replacement tool. Okay. We're going to start with green. So this needs to be 0, 150, and this is 0 for this color here. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and again, this needs to be your brush size needs to be 90. Your mode is color. It has here. This needs to be sampling continuous. Limits is contiguous. Contiguous. I'm not sure how to say that. Tolerance is 30%, and the anti-alias box is checked. So we're just going to click the little target, or just the little crosshairs. You want to stay inside this little inside red dot. So I'm going to click in here, and it's going to sample continuously. So I don't have to move that around too much. So I'm just going to skip one and actually just so I'm just going to skip one down here and make more of this diamond. I'm going to hit on Control Z and undo a few of those. Yeah, go back to, I think, there you go. Okay, so I'm just clicking and holding down to grab that, make sure that dot is solid green before I let go of my mouse. That's solid green there. And this is solid green here. Okay. And now I'm going to skip over and make this diamond pattern a little bit more. So I'm skipping down here. So our brush size is almost the size of this diamond, but makes it a little better filled in if you had to move it around. Okay. And so we have the green dots filled in there, and so we're just going to fill in this dot here. So okay. And so that's finishes the green. So the next thing we're going to do is choose the yellow, and the violet. So we're going to, the first number is going to be 160, and the second number is going to be 0. The last number is going to be 255. Okay, so that moves a violet, and we're just going to go in and this top middle one and just do the same kind of thing. Okay, just fill that in, and I'm clicking and I'm dragging or holding down to make sure all the circle is filled in. And so I'm just making this diamond pattern by skipping one. There. And again, make sure this is kind of filled in there. And down there. Yes. Down there. Yes, and remember you can skip to whichever portion and the video. Again, this is taking me a little while, but you can actually skip forward. Okay. And we're gonna grab. When I grab this, it grabs part of his finger out there, it makes it purple. So I'm actually gonna undo that by hitting Control Z, and I'm gonna drop this tolerance down to 20%. Okay. So that will let me grab just what I want to and make it purple. And I'm gonna raise that back up to 30. Okay. And we have our purple set here. And this one little section, I'm going to drop that back down to 20 because this is a reflected area, and also this reflected area needs to change something. So we're going to choose this sampling once. So I'm going to hold in the Alt key and then scroll my wheel to zoom into this area. And then I'm just going to click once and it's going to change to purple. Click once again, change to purple. Click again. And again, it's just changing this to purple. Okay. See there. And now I'm going to hit Control-0 to zoom out and see what it looks like. That was looking good. So realistically, the light will reflect off that and change it a little bit. Okay. So we have our violet done. So the next thing we're going to do is it says in the PowerPoint to just choose our own blue color. Okay. So we're going to maybe use these sliders around and choose our own kind of blue. Okay. So now we're going to actually go and I'm just going to select just inside, do the same kind of thing, but choose like a blue. Okay. Again, this can be any kind of blue that you choose, that you selected. And down here, so I'm making this diamond pattern, keeping with this diamond pattern. Oh, I'm sorry, let me undo a few, those two, and we need to bring this tolerance back up to 30%. So we're going to start with that again. And here, down, and make this diamond pattern. Again, and then we go here, go down. That's looking good. And then grab these little portions right there, and then maybe grab this too. Make that blue. And one little section right there, just make sure the crosshairs are on. Oh, and we need to actually do the tolerance 20% for that as well. 20%. So I'm just bringing the tolerance down so I can grab the portion that I want and not the extra portion. Okay. I'm going to hit Control-0, zoom out, so it's looking good. Okay. Okay. And now the last thing we do is choose yellow. Okay. So the settings for yellow would be 255, 255 as well, and then set to 0 for the last number here. So, and this is a interesting one. We need to change this to mode, change this to luminosity. Okay. So we're going to take out the red color, okay, on these. So we're just going to take out the red on this one. Take out the red here. Here. So I'm actually just making this more of a white color. And we're going to do that down here too. Take out that kind of that white color. So now we're going to go back to the mode and change the color. And so I'm going to make that more of a yellow. Okay. See there, making more of a yellow. So that's done. Okay, and so we've made this more of a multicolored. Okay, and that finishes this project. Thanks for watching.